heat could be building on now the Indian Airlines, the Air India, which was expected to revamp. Remember, just about a few days ago, Shivraj Singh Chauhan, Union Minister, had said he had to come on a broken seat. Now, BJP leader Jaiveer Shergill has also hit out. Jaiveer Shergill says, I quote him here, Air India should get an Oscar for the worst airlines. Weeks after Union Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan slammed Air India, now Jaiveer says broken seats, worst staff, poor customer support. He took to social media site and I quote him here, if there was an Oscar equivalent for the worst airlines, it will be Air India hands down. Broken seats, worst staff, pathetic on-ground support staff, two hoots attitude about customer service. It's not a pleasant experience at all. This is not looking good. Remember, Air India in many ways appears to be the pride, or at least aims to become the pride of India. Aishwarya Paliwal is joining me for the latest on that. Aishwarya, what do you make of these public figures, leaders, politicians, ministers who are going after Air India? What are they so upset about?
Well, Pooja, one thing is very, very clear. We had seen, and you also rightly pointed out, that at one point, Air India was called the Maharaja of the skies, but that thing has gone down, way down. We are now seeing how, it's not just Jaiveer Shergill, and he's someone from the BJP who's now pointing fingers. You just scroll through Twitter and you will see how passengers have been complaining about it. The one thing that people were expecting once the Tata takeover took place was that, if not swift, in a phased manner, we will see some changes taking place. Unfortunately, those changes have not taken place. When we speak about the kind of services that Air India now has been given, the expectations were a lot, but unfortunately, Tata has not been able to do that turnaround. And we have also seen the BJP also time and again has been pushing for Air India to be better at what they are doing, but unfortunately, Pooja, that turnaround is something which the passengers and in fact the aviation industry is still awaiting.
Tell me this, Aishwarya, I'm in double mind over this because I understand that a member of the public criticizing Air India is because out of desperation and frustration. But when a minister, when a ruling party leader says, I want to know if there is anything more happening on that front. Do you think the government will be in talks with the Air India to amp up its facilities? Because it was, after all, Tata's dream to take the Air India back, which they did. But doesn't look like anything's happening on the ground.
Unfortunately, yes, Pooja, what you are saying is true, that we did see how it was not just the government, the Tatas also, and the entire aviation sector was very closely looking at the turnaround story of Air India. We had seen how over the past many years, and it became very political also, because we did see how the present government, the BJP government, was pointing fingers at the Congress regime and saying that because of corruption, massive corruption, Air India was brought down to its knees. And then people were hoping that with Tata, with such a big name, we will see that turnaround happening, because it was a dream project of Ratan Tata, wanted the airlines back in their fold. That happened, but it's been quite almost 3 to 4 years have passed since that took place. But unfortunately, that turnaround has not happened. And with someone like a BJP leader, Jaiveer Shergill, also pointing towards services that he's got, it clearly indicates that there is a bigger problem.
Final question, Aishwarya, any word on this? Because I remember for Shivraj Singh Chauhan, and plus he's also the Minister for Agriculture, there was an immediate apology, a detailed clarification had come in. Any word yet from the airlines?
No word yet from the airlines, Pooja. Unfortunately, what we are seeing is hope that most of the people have from the airlines, whether they go abroad or whether they're traveling in India. Unfortunately, the story is the same. People who travel to Air India.
This doesn't look good at all, isn't it, Aishwarya? This was, after all, supposed to be our pride. We were comparing it to the top airlines of other nations, which become synonymous with that country. But this is not the Air India we were expecting. Let's hope there can be an overhaul soon. And remember, these are not simply members of the public as much as they are. These are known representatives, known leaders, and could that actually push the Air India for an overhaul? This must be embarrassing, and it should be. Poor customer service, broken seats, staff that pays 2 hoots if you complain to them, poor customer support, not listening, basically ground support not listening, 2 hoots about customer service, broken seats. People have complained about food and meals as well. So we'll be tracking more on what precisely is this controversy about.